All right, guys, today is something a little different. It is a blade shape Dirkscusion. A lot of it really just comes down to personal preference. Now, other people may have done videos on this and talked a little more maybe scientifically about stuff. But you know me, I'm just going to ramble for a minute about some different blade shapes. And I've got some different stuff all over the table here, some out of view actually, that we're just going to kind of talk about. And we'll start off with this Spider Celica. It's super useful, super great. The knife itself, I've done videos on, so I'm not going to talk about the knives specifically, but it's more about just the shapes. This is actually really good and useful for, daily cutting tasks, right? So you've got kind of this, I don't even know, you don't really call it a drop point. I'm not sure what they actually call this one, because it's not really a drop point. This is really a drop point. It's a little more curved and pointy, but similar. You have a little bit more of an upswept tip here, as opposed to this one that's just a little more curved, not quite as curved. So it really, again, it kind of comes down to personal preference and aesthetics. Here we have a compound grind, hollow grind here with a flat grind here, little bit of a recurve, and then a Tonto. Now there's different kinds of Tonto, as we'll see here as we go along. This one's also a Tonto, much more aggressive, more Japanese style. This is like an American Tonto. The Japanese Tonto really doesn't even have a point. It's more of a very nice gradual curve. Okay. And then we've got another Tonto here, similar, but not quite as aggressive as the Pocket Ryu, which is what this one is. I love a Tonto blade. To me, I just like the way they look. And they're, for me, very functional. This is a double recurve Tonto. This is the Frank Fisher King Battle. And the Tonto, the point on the Tonto, here where it has like a pronounced point, is really great for opening boxes, because you're not going to over penetrate. If you were to use this guy here, you're kind of poking into the box and you can go in too far. Whereas with a Tonto, with a point on it, you're really just getting that point into the box, dragging back, and it's opening with really just this point. It's super useful. I just like the look and the aggressiveness of a Tonto blade. Okay? So we've got Tontos, we've got drop points, we've got, kind of compound ground Tontos. And then we've got some Wharncliffes here, which is, Wharncliffe is just a completely straight blade. Same with the OTF here. There's another Wharncliffe. I like these also because they're really good as like a utility tool. Because it's got such an aggressive tip, you don't need to really tweak your hand to get the point into the working material. A little bit and the point is there. With a drop point, a little bit of a tilt and you're at the tip of the blade, but you're not at the tip. That sounded weird. The tip of the blade, but not at the tip. Okay. I can speak English most of the time, but to get to the tip, you really have to kind of crank your hand over to get the point into the material. Here, it's just a little bit of a flex and you're there. So that's what's really nice about the Wharncliffe style blade. This one you can see, this one has done a lot of cardboard use. Opened boxes, cut down cardboard in the garage for the recycle guy. I use this one a lot for that, specifically because of the blade shape. Okay. What else do I got here? So this one may or may not be popular to people. This is the Red Horse Knife Works Hellraiser. I just love the look of it. And so I ended up buying a bunch of them. We listen, but we do not judge. It works really good. Big belly. Not so bad to get the tip into the material if you need to. I think the ergos on these are fantastic. People don't realize it until I ship them one and they can check it out. This is the one that kind of gets shipped around to people, the production version. They're just awesome knives, and I love the blade shape. It is actually a very useful shape. Okay? Now, we can get into things that are really aggressive. This is the Kaiser Huntsman, after the Huntsman Spider of Australia. James, the designer of this, I've been talking to quite a bit on Facebook and whatnot lately. I don't know. I don't love it, but I think it's really cool. So I keep it, right? This was a gift from Aussie Mike. Really aggressive bevel here, you can see. Oh, maybe if I can zoom in a little bit, you could see that. Yeah, this is just really a cool looking, ugly knife. That's awesome. So again, personal preference. You may hate that, and that's okay. Here's another one with a small recurve and kind of that drop point. Martin Q36 SS for super slim. Nice hollow grind. This thing can get to work. Recurve is really nice and useful because it really helps to draw the material in and hold the material. It's got a slight recurve here, but if we show you on this one with a lot of recurve, if you put a rope in there or something, it really just, and I'm not explaining it very well. I get that. But it really just draws and holds the material that you're cutting here. And as you draw through, you're getting deeper as the cut goes, even just pulling straight back because it gets deeper at the tip. Does that make sense? Am I losing you there? Again, it's personal preference. Now, one of the knives that I think is amazingly beautiful blade shape, regardless of the material, is this Archangel from Todd Fisher Sr. And I have two of them here right now. So even in a plain material, mono steel material, I think it's just a beautiful blade shape. Slight recurve, upside point. The harpoon has really grown on me with the swedge. I think this is probably one of the best looking tactical knives, period. You can argue with me if you want, but it's overbuilt. It's tactical in every way, feels great in the hand, and the blade shape works fantastic. I have used, these two are brand new. This one's the giveaway knife. So I have not used or carried this. I have carried mine, the other twin, but I have an older one that I've carried a lot and used a lot. It's actually got a couple little chips in the blade up here from all of the use I have given it, because this thing is just a workhorse. Love it. Love that blade shape. Forget about the materials. Forget about the handle. Just that blade shape is beautiful. So I don't know. I've got a lot of knives in a lot of different blade shapes because I like a lot of different things. And it's not always the blade shape that draws me in, but the blade shape does play a big part in what I get. There's a lot of knives that I love, I just don't really like the shape of, so I wouldn't own. Not a big Wharncliffe guy. This one was given to me by TechCom, and this one was given to me by Aussie Mike. He doesn't make it. I am totally drawing a blank. I can see the designer's face, and it's EDC something. Best EDC. Damn it. I'm so sorry. I am totally drawing a blank. I knew it before I started filming. This one here is from North Arms. This is the Skaha 3, I think it is. Maybe it's Skaha 2. Up from Canada. So, I don't know, guys. A little bit of a ramble here, but blade shape really is personal preference, in my opinion. Let me know your thoughts down below, because I would love to hear some different thoughts, different opinions on what you think and why you carry what you carry and why you buy what you buy. Because I would love to know, does blade shape really play into it or not? Thanks for watching. I know I kind of rambled on this one, and it made more sense in my head. If you made it all the way to the end, comment ramble down below. Thanks, everyone.